Oops. Kind of feeling Swarm. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's just a waste. I'm not sure. Cause then this means I'm weaker to like. Plus I don't see all that many. Oh yeah, I was working on like this iteration. Kind of want Emrakul just so I could go like. Cause like if you, the rationale is that if you just play the fast plan, just go right into it. Decks like check pile can't really interact with Emrakul. I can't imagine they would keep something in like Diabolic Edict. So I would really like to have Emrakul in this, which I have here. But I also would like something that helps grind value. I think that the talent performance is not needed. I would really like something that would grind value. Defense Grid just feels weird. Because there's so many discard decks now. I guess I'll put this one here too. This is Doishi's list. Slightly edited. I thought, again, I just want value cards for games 2 and 3. Mentor seems like a fair one to have, but a lot of people have been like telling me not to play it, which is like fine, I guess, but I do want to give this one a shot, but I don't think I'm well versed in Conjur's Bauble to be comfortable doing this. Although it looks pretty promising. Not having red would be pretty weird. I'm just not practiced enough. And sure, you have to like practice eventually. You can't just never play the deck, and it's like looking for work. You can't be like, oh yeah, it requires 10 years of experience, but you know we'll never get the experience unless I don't know. Anyway, that's a weird argument to bring here. Because the mentors really take away from the storm feel of this deck. It almost makes it feel like check pile in the sense that you're just playing good cards rather than synergistic cards. Also, cutting a color is very attractive. In theory, if I go with Grixis, I could play like Surgical Extraction. So, dude, would I really want grid, defense grid, and like Delver's still pretty prevalent. Mentor deals with Delver. Now, I feel like if I try to stuff in like Shelduck, Isle, Emrakul in this list, it's just doing way too much. Cut this. Put this in. I could take out Caracas and Mentor. I don't know. The Caracas is like it helps with weird situations like Black Red Reanimator, Show and Tell, Leovold. Not to mention it'd be pretty strong with like Mentors. Bouncer blocker, keep on going. I really don't know. I'm inclined to play this list just because it's the most familiar list to me. But I do miss Emrakul, and I'm starting to think, maybe it's right, just because of all the grindy decks. But I feel like I've like this odd inevitability against grindy decks anyway. What am I really having trouble with? The mana base, really. Like, my mana base is just god-awful. Just because I'm trying to support so many colors. Well, I'm just gonna run with the Mentor list for now. I still think it's fine. Legacy 5-match league. Alrighty. Yikes. I could really use some more lands. We can use this preordain to set up. Which would involve me tapping out. But I wonder why it was again that like the screen does that. I haven't figured that out. That's unfortunate. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I have the Conjurer's Bauble in my hand. Alright, it's lands. Why not? If I draw Black Source, it's over. No dice. I really want to play out the Bauble, but that runs the risk of like he's got Rashad and Port active, So I think that's something I want to avoid. I should have put back the bauble and kept both brainstorms, so if he does port my island, I have options. Yeah, I thought about cracking the strand, but I realized I need that for the dark ritual, so I'm just gonna pass on that. Oh, instead he plays stage. Okay. All right. Port's gone. Loam's gone. Okay. I think this is a win. But... I feel like this is one of the matchups where I do want to show the... No. Let me think here. Like, I'm rusty to the point where I'm not sure about my storm count. I think it's right. So if I Dark Red Doomsday, Brainstorm, drawing LED, probe into the act on impulse, LED, Burning Wish Tendrils, I think is it. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4. Okay. 1. I might be able to do something cute with Conjur's Bauble. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm playing everything in the pile. Yeah, this is fine. I do want to bring in Void Snare because, in theory, if I'm Burning Wishing, I might be getting by force. Cabal Therapy is a lot more proactive, but I don't want to like whiff and have like a wasted card in my hand. So I don't know. Rain of Filth would be pretty good. Oh, I should cut the. And for future leagues, I should just cut the bauble for Rain of Filth. I kind of missed that card. Alright. It's hard to say. I could strip his hand, but then he'll have like mana advantage on me. Plus, he's on the play, so if he has something nasty. Granted, I could duress and therapy if I need to. I'll give it a shot. Alright, our opponent decides to pass turn without playing a land. I think I'm just gonna address it. Whoa. I like this new filter. Oh, well, cool. Honestly, though, I would have needed one more land to like do something meaningful. I think, yeah. If I had one more mana, in theory, I could just get Act on Impulse as my draw spell, which I haven't been able to do in a long time. So it's good to know that it's still somewhat relevant. Yeah, that sucks on my opponent's behalf. That he just kind of missed a land drop somehow. Binary Star. I played him before. I've asked him if his name was like a rap reference. It is not. Great, I hate him. Oh, not infect. Pretty good. Do I want to I think I'll probe here, like last game. I've got plenty of cantrips, so I'm definitely looking for mana. Oh, it's elves. Oh, it's elves. Flimps. Flimps of nature. I spell this card wrong. Wrong all the time. I think I've spelled gimps of nature too. I don't need that. Tricky. I've got so many cantrips. Do I really need this Gitaxian probe? Let's go one card deeper. That's acceptable. Damn. Alright. So that glimpse was actually a recall. Too bad he's dead. Same as last game, right? 1, 2, 3. So brainstorm, drawing those 3, putting those 2 back. Sure. Does he have a way to interact? Nope. Probably gonna have the evolve. Some discard spells. Man, this Conjurer's Ball is just not good. Comes out every time. Nah, that Caracas is cheesy. Especially if I'm not doing a Mentor. It feels so wrong just to have that one land. But man, he has Rurik Thar too. So it might be worth it. Cut a Duress. That's not great. Maybe... I don't think we need that many Burning Wishes. Alright. Okay. Alright, so he does have the Leovold. I guess. I can make like a really anemic pile. I think. So I'll go to 7 life, play the Maniac. He'll attack me down to 4. As far as the only thing that could really mess me up right now is if he had surgical extraction, because that shuffles the pile. I don't really care much for this Leovold, because I'm just gonna go into like a act pile. 7. He'll attack me down to 3. See what happens. So I have near perfect information. Wow. That's shitty. Okay. Lucky. That's stupid. So I could actually play. Don't want to do that. That's dumb. Does he have the mind break trap? That blows. Yikes. Things got a lot worse. Opponent's very lucky. Wow, he's very lucky. Oh. Although he does have call therapy. This is a very interesting game. Not fun. Oh, I can't cast the therapy. Jesus. That was really delayed. Sure. Axe could be pretty valuable. Now I can cast Act on Impulse to like draw 3, but I've already made my land drop, so if I want to like maximize it, I could just pass turn. Alternatively, if I just probe, no, I don't think any of that's good. That could be wrong. We'll see. Because if he gets a black source, I guess that's not good. Sure. Oh, yuck. That is a black source. I don't know why you need Doomsday. If I had Doomsday, I would have casted it. That sucked. Our opponent drew pretty well. Yeah, he drew very well. Like, maybe it was supposed to attack. Just like, I don't know. I guess it would have been, I don't know. Maybe for next time, just telegraph the double cradle into, like, count his mana and his creatures. If I attacked, he blocked the creature, he would have had to bounce, recast it. In which case, he wouldn't have had enough mana. That would at least have bought me some time. It's interesting too, guys, because I drew really solid hands. All 3 games. The hoof man, both times. I'm not sure if I made a mistake. And if so, what was it? I think I just had to go for it, you know? Having the act in hand with no brainstorm is tricky, but the rest of the hand looks good. I wonder how much of a liability it's going to be. So, in the past, I was pretty conservative with cantrips, but um, it would suck to get blown out by just like a chalice. I'm contemplating just probing and then duressing if I need to, because I feel like I have so many other cantrips in the deck now. Oh, another Elves player. This duress is hella useless. Luckily, he has a really slow hand too. As soon as he draws Cradle, though. Conjurer's Bauble does make things a little better. Oh wow. It's pretty good. Wow. That's interesting. So what is my brainstorm pile? Like Conjurer's Bauble, putting some stuff on the bottom. You could crop rotate into Cradle. He's gonna do it next turn. You could, in theory, bounce the Arbor, untap the Birch Lore, play another creature, play the land. So Heritage Druid is coming down, I assume. What just happened? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which was like better to respect, because Green Sun gets him anything. Oh, that makes things a lot easier. I should have fetched after. Let's try this 3. 4. 5, 6, 7. 4, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I can't math. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I don't even have to hold priority. Now I have to be careful with this hand because it's very open to discard. I don't have a lot of blue sources, which is another worry. The island isn't the third black source either, so I'm gonna have to force myself to find more black sources. But having early access, or like having like a reasonable access to like business is fine. I'm gonna give it a shot. This is the interesting thing about like playing, I guess, the combo role. It forces your opponent to do weird things like mulligan to 3. Not a bad 3, if I would have to say. I've covered this before, but in the neutral game, you probably want to fire off. Ooh, that's too bad. I want all of these. Yeah. He's like getting the damage in. He's too afraid to like miss out on. He still has 1 card left. Upkeep, I'm gonna want to fetch for that underground sea on top. Move to draw. Let's see here. I think that should be enough. If I play the land, pedal. Unless if I probe into frickin' act on impulse. He does have the mind break trap. It's pretty solid. Do we? He's got the mind break trap, yo. It's kind of annoying. Oh, no. Hold on. Okay. Interesting. Yep. Yep. Interesting. I could be a troll. No, I can't. I was gonna bounce my lotus petals. I don't. I'm one short. There's no actions, right? Boom. It's too bad. I feel like the first Elves player was like drew. He was very lucky. He drew very well. Both games 2 and 3. I had him on the ropes. I don't know if you saw that, Jared, but Homeboy just like ripped lethal, ripped like protection. It was ridiculous. That's life. I'm digging this mono elves metagame. Don't want to jinx it or anything, but it's been treating me well. I don't know this guy. Yeesh. My opponents have been mulliganing a lot. I will say that. Don't worry, bro. My hand's bad too. really don't want to do this, but I really want to end step brainstorm here, like really badly. Paid off. Sick. If I find a doomsday here, it's pretty good. But the fact that he has an underground sea, pretty ugly too. And if I break, I'm just gonna pass. Plus, if I crack the strand or anything, gives us Deathrite Shaman mana, whatever. Not to say that you wouldn't have it anyway. Blah 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 blah. I know I'm not really keeping this entertaining, but I also haven't felt like I played like Magic for myself. So I'm just, you know. See, Deathrite Shaman. Alright. Alright. I don't know why you played a land first. I will take it. Alrighty. I think a brainstorm now is fine. That's unacceptable though. Oh man, I have no information on his hand. Cool. I don't. Yes. Yes. Cool. That was neat. So I saw Spell Pierce, Stifle, no other second color, but it's safe to assume he's gonna have like blue spells. In which case, I'm a big fan of these guys. It still is a storm deck, as I just demonstrated. It can still do things. Yeah, at that point it didn't matter what he pierced, which is pretty cool. Kind of want one more Doomsday, but I feel like that is like looking pretty greedy. I do that. Yeah, no, the more I'm like acclimating to like post top banning environment, the more I'm like, the deck is fine. The fact that it plays like 12 cantrips, it's pretty alright. Natural Storm Chains are just impressive in any deck, but especially when you only have 4 rituals and no Infernal Tutors. That's fair. And I do like this hand. Plenty of protection. A cantrip lets me win. So Probe is probably the best draw, which should lead to a pretty safe turn too. Ponder is my favorite turn 1 pit play. God, it's just so non-threatening. Sure, like the implications are like, it's what I'm worried about, you know. It's the implications, but I don't think I mind this getting dazed. Maybe I do. I was supposed to hold that back, yeah, because now I don't have information. I have to wait an extra turn, unless if I draw some extra mana. But all things considered, the hand looks alright. I should have waited. So if he taps out here, okay, he doesn't. Maybe Flusterstorm? That's not a draw I want to see, actually. Oh, that's not good either. Only because, yeah, like... Well, granted, he did blow the surgical extraction on non-post Doomsday pile, so I'm okay with this. I think now that we have the Burning Wish and an LED, we're gonna go ahead and fire off this Preordain. Fluster or Pierce, that is a fair assessment. Yeah, because if I held it up, he would have no surgical target. I would have duressed, taken something, gotten information. Sure. That's not good. A really awkward draw would actually be Mentor. Yeah, man, I really should start considering cutting the third color. I don't know why Defense Grid gets such a bad rap. After this league, I'm probably playing Defense Grid. I don't mind that card. You know, you're not dedicating like any other colors to it. It protects you from like counter spells and things. I don't see why it's bad. He's tanking. Alrighty-o. That's fine. Maybe that's not fine. I don't want to throw away a ritual here. See, the pleasant thing about this is I get to sculpt. He hasn't put any pressure on me. I'm still at 20 life. We're still okay. There's a threat, but we haven't. He hasn't really like put anything on the board. It's turn 5. Yeah, Mentor's an awkward play. Jeez. Well, there's a lot of stuff. Ugh, gross. That sucks. Plus, he sees the mentors. I think Dark Ritual is the right pick. We'll see what he chooses. He's got 17 minutes, I guess. Yeah, but I can't cast the Mentor. We've got a red source on top. Either way, it sets up the. Oh my god! Okay. So our only objective, we can nab the Force of Will, and then go for a Maniac pile. I don't have a lot of time. He is at 14. So if I could string enough, like, together. Oh, this is also the first time he realized that I'm on Doomsday. LED. Dang it. Well, I drew my cantrip, which is sweet. Jeez. My time's ticking too. Force, Pierce, Stifle. So if I take the Stifle... I think I could afford to wait, I think. It's either that or a Burning Wish for another discard spell. The incentive to... See, if I Burning Wish, that means I commit to a line. Which makes any sort of discard spell potent. I need him to draw a creature here. Like a non-blue creature. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, I didn't need that one anyway, I think. That's not necessarily true. Gross. I don't need that. Well, I took the wrong spell. Storm's lethal, so I'm just gonna do a basic pile here. I'm gonna respect the surgical and put 2 burning wishes in the pile. No, I didn't go to SEG. There was no legacy, so I didn't go. There was no legacy, no. Yeah, it was modern. Did you draw another stifle? That would be bad. Okay. Yeah, I took out the lab man kill anyway. How am I liking? It's not great, to be honest. I think I was just considering running, another, like a Ring of Filth or something. Drew the Stifle. Baited. I'm content with this. Really? I was just thinking about taking it out. Yeah, the more I'm playing white, like as anytime mentor sticks, it's very powerful, but I'm also like not digging the mana requirement. Oh my god. That's fair. DNT is pretty rough. It's not a great job. Should I nab my basics? Oh, he's got the Deathrite Shaman out, I guess. looking great. You didn't attack with Death Ray. That was really hasty. Stable, brainstorm. The Maniac is in there. That's not good. Oh, that sucks. Well, I had to. I want all of these. I don't think I'm winning this. Yeah, it doesn't even go back to the graveyard, so I think this is over. Just because my last win con is out. And even if I cast it, there's no good way to, like, get into it, I guess? And plus I used all my mana. Yeah, this isn't looking good. You had the one of both? That was annoying. Just play my cards. I'm Grixis Delver. Lame. dig his avatar. I used to use that one. Yeah, dude, that's exactly the face that describes Grixis Delver. Oh, is Homebrew going first? Might be. Well, hope I don't get, like, stifled or anything. Or dazed. Let's just start. Wow. I need to stay focused, not let the last match, like, tilt me too much. It's easy to say that you're not a fan of 4 Stifles and Grixis, just because it gets you so good. Oh. Oh man, why? Oops, I want to do this first. I could have Dark Ritualed and taken everything. Oh, I like that. He pitched Legacy's Allure. I'm a big fan. Oh, he even chose to reveal it. Although that's gross, because that's a lot of power on board. He doesn't even have a Black Source. Oh, there it is. Thunk. Attack with his death rate, goofy. Oh, I guess he casts spells and shit. Keep going. I'm taking a lot next turn. Gross. Ugh. This is a cool card. Well, this is alright. In theory, he's gonna get his guy flipped, and then he's gonna lose one if he chooses to flash back. Yeah. Okie doke. Lonely Forcible. There you go. Took him long enough to realize that he needs to actually attack with his Deathrite Shaman. So he's got a Forcible in hand. Let's make a blocker. Oh, there's a black source. That's yucky. Storm is 1. He can actually gain 2 life. Also, I could do a Conjurer's Bauble pile. Do I have enough time is the question. 1. So I have to hit him for 9. It has to be a full storm count. Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Therapy counts as 10. And I need to make sure I don't pass priority when I cast therapy. I didn't count my mana. I don't have enough. Shit. Yeah, I totally mucked that up. I had the game too. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that one took time. Man, I totally goofed that up. I should have waited a turn. Alrighty. Let's keep this in, take that out. Man, that was really bad. I should just tutored for Doomsday. Passed. he would have drained me down to 8, attacked me down to 5, and then I can't pay life. So I should have just waited a turn, and then done my attacking then. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I assumed I had enough mana. Although in theory, if I just like gained a ton of life, gone back up to like 28, I could just attack for a few turns. No, because I would have lost my Maniac. So if I chose the line where I don't flashback therapy, that'll put him at 4. He would be able to gain life to 6, and then I have to kind of rebuild from there. And even still, it's pretty tough. But instead of the burning, that was a Doomsday kill. I should have just Burning Wish Doomsday, and then I had like 2 cantrips. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Mentor. That's alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the replays to figure that line out. I think I could have won. No wasteland, which is cool. Although if he has therapy, probe therapy, get it down. We'll see. It's kind of weird to be using Burning Wish as a ruse if my end game is to get Mentor out. Ugh, I'm playing so shaky. Burning Witch. Well, hello. Hello again. Yeah. That was a mistake. He was feeding his graveyard. Whoa. Oh, thanks. It's got a Delver, Brainstorm, Angler. That was poor sequencing. I should have ritualed first. On the flip side, if he brainstorms and bricks, Gross. God, I'm exhausted. Alright, that sucked. I didn't play well. I just got tired and trying to transcend. Oh, right. I don't want this card anymore. It's not very good. There's an argument for Cabal Ritual. I think I like this list. Alright, well, I'm exhausted. Sorry I wasn't playing better. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I could either go to like Paper Legacy or stick around and stream some more. I think I do want to test some of this stuff. It ends up being the same cost anyway. Yeah, I do kind of miss Reign of Filth, so I'd be happy to have that card back. But yeah, Grixis Delver is brutal just because it has the two-prong like discard and counterspell and threat. I guess that's 3. Overall, though, I'm looking forward to cutting white. This I don't know. It feels like it would be a lot more streamlined. Having the 3 basics again is nice. Burning Wish Sweet. I mean, because I'm playing 4, it may as well be diverse. That's how I see it. So in a way, it almost like it almost like I know if some of the test guys hear this, they're not going to be very happy, but it almost resembles it a little more than it does Ant. Like these highlighted cards are not in there. They're not playing preordains. So for them, this is just like Infernal Tutors, Rite of Flames, Rituals, I guess. They play way less lands. And so they end up having like 4 Rituals, 4 Tutors, and 2 other things, I guess. Oh, and they don't have Reign of Filth. They have like some number of Chromoxes. I don't know. So basically, the way I'm starting to see it is Doomsday is no longer like the resilient one. You lose top. You know, that's kind of what made it interesting. You get to just spin and look for stuff. But with, as I think I mentioned earlier, having what is it, 16 cantrips, it makes it so that you could always be like digging for something, and just so long as you have the second cantrip, you could just like combo off and win. Um, so I guess getting to triple black is pretty important, thus making this Rain of Filth pretty attractive. Also upping the Lotus Petals. So I guess moving forward, I'm just gonna like up the speed of it and resemble like have it resemble Tess in that we're focusing on speed because it very well has that potential, you know. Yeah. Again, I'm pretty sure the test guys would be pretty unhappy with me comparing the two decks, but at the same time, I don't think they care. So if it were any earlier, if I had any more energy, I'd be trying another league. But I think I need to peace out. I can't continue playing in this condition. I'm just not doing anything well. So again, I'm gonna try for tomorrow, but we'll see.